Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Adara, and on this channel I talk about everything from clean beauty, wellness, and so much more. Today I'm going to update you guys on my Hashimoto's condition and just let you guys know what protocol I'm on, updated lab work, what worked, what didn't, and yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so my last update, and if you guys haven't seen that one, I suggest watching that one first, and I'll link it right here for you guys. I talked about how I was going to do the silver filling removal, food sensitivity test, acupuncture, and then heavy metal detox. So I did everything except the food sensitivity test. I will be doing this food sensitivity test in the next couple of weeks. A company actually reached out to me and they're gonna send me a kit so I can go ahead and try it that way. So I'm excited to see if that's gonna kind of make any adjustments of how I'm feeling and my symptoms. I've done a lot of research, and a lot of people that do get food sensitivity tests done, they do notice a lower amount of inflammation, and like one of my biggest physical symptoms is joint pain in my shoulders. So I am curious if that's going to help, kind of knowing what foods really trigger me, because I've done the elimination diet, I've done AIP, but it's just hard to really know like the specific things. And also the other really cool thing about the test that I will be doing is it tells you your heavy metal levels, if you've been exposed, environmental factors, and other type of things like ingredients and products. It'll tell you if you have any type of reaction to those. So I'm super excited. But yeah, so for the most part, the past 2 months, I have been doing the heavy metal detox with the TRS spray. I've been doing that for 8 weeks, and I did the silver filling removal, and I did acupuncture. So I wanted to kind of just dive in with the silver filling experience first. I had a lot of you guys asking me to kind of let you guys know my experience, if it made me feel better, and I wanted to wait a month after getting it removed to give you guys kind of an honest feel of how it went about, and if I think that it's worth doing, especially if you have an autoimmune condition. So the silver filling removal is very intense because you want to make sure that you go to a dentist that is going to take extra precautions when it comes to the removal. The reason why you want them to take extra precautions is because with the silver filling, there is mercury inside of it, and whenever they're drilling around to release or remove the silver filling, the mercury gas kind of starts to appear, and it will go into your bloodstream. It'll cause issues. It gives off this neurotoxin like gas, so it can cause a lot of havoc on you and your body, especially if your immune system is already suppressed. You just want to limit the chances of those toxins and stuff getting into your bloodstream. So I definitely recommend going to a dentist that is willing to take those precautions. And the way that I found out about which dentist to go to, my functional medicine doctor recommended one that did it in the city that I live in. So I would definitely do some research if you are going to a functional medicine doctor, see if they know of a dentist that does it with extra precautions. But what they do when you're getting the silver filling removed, the extra precautions that they take is that the dentist themselves will wear a gas mask, and then you'll be wearing an oxygen mask, and then they put a rubber dam around your tooth so that none of the silver filling and the mercury dust gets onto your tongue. so it kind of protects you from getting any type of extra exposure to the silver filling. Another thing that they do is they make you take activated charcoal because it's a binder. So if any of the silver filling or the mercury were to go past the rubber dam, or you breathe in anything, the activated charcoal will bind it and you will release it by pooping. So and then that's another thing too, is the dentist will ask you like if you are not constipated, it's really important that you are still being able to use the restroom, because they want to make sure that if you do get exposed to anything, that you'll be able to release it later. The other thing that was really important that they do when they're taking precaution is they have kind of like a filter system. I will leave research and information below of the proper way that a dentist will remove it, because it isn't common for the dentist to do it this way. This is kind of like a newer thing that they are realizing how toxic removing a silver filling is. So I'll leave a video down below showing you guys an experiment that they did with removing a silver filling and the toxic gas that's released from it. And this gas is invisible, so they had to use a certain lighting to see it, and it's actually really interesting. So just be really careful if you do decide to do that. You need to take the extra precautions. My doctor didn't take it lightly. She at first didn't want to recommend it until it was absolutely necessary, because I was struggling extreme like anxiety levels, and that's one of the symptoms of having a lot of like mercury or heavy metals in your system. So the good thing about removing the silver filling, I am so amazed that after I got the filling removed, I had such a relief of anxiety. Like, I want to say that my anxiety levels got better by 70%. Like, I just felt so much more relaxed, and I just didn't feel as like, I don't know, like 1,000 things on my mind at once. And it's just been really nice to feel that way. And it's been a month, and yeah, like I noticed such a big difference after the removal. I did take activated charcoal. I'm on a supplement for liver support, and that's because I'm like detoxing from heavy metals. So all these things kind of just are extra precautions to kind of help support your body to release those toxins. I would say that the silver filling removal is absolutely worth it, but I will say to talk to your doctor about it first, just because you just want to see that it is necessary for your case and what you're going through, and definitely make sure that you're going to a dentist that is going to take these extra precautions. So now I wanted to talk about the heavy metal detox that I've been doing, and I've been using a product called TRS, and this is a product that slowly releases heavy metals from your body. This is kind of an easier approach to removing heavy metals, because when you do remove the heavy metals from your body, you can get extremely sick. So this one, you can kind of work your way up with the amount of sprays that you do, and so many people have seen amazing results with this. I will link below the group that I'm a part of and more information about the TRS spray itself. But yeah, a lot of people that have thyroid issues, autoimmune condition. Another really amazing thing about the TRS spray is kids that have autism, their parents are like having them try it out, and it's helping nonverbal kids that have autism actually be able to speak and not feel as agitated, or just they feel more calm. And it's just really amazing to see those stories in the group, so I definitely recommend checking that out below. But I have been enjoying it. you do have detox symptoms where like for me, I'll have like a really extreme headaches, just because like you need to make sure that you're ingesting enough water to get rid of everything. Mood swings can be a part of it, but if you work up slowly and you start to notice a lot of symptoms, then you can go back down and just kind of back off, just to know like when's good for you. The thing that I love about the TRS option is that it's a slower, easier approach on your body. There is another approach, and I believe it's through like an IV treatment, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it here. It's very expensive and it's very intense. A lot of people get extremely sick because with the IV treatment they are getting rid of the heavy metals. So the TRS spray I think is a more affordable option, but also a more gentle way of getting rid of heavy metals. Okay, so I tried something new, and this was the acupuncture. I had always wanted to try this. I've been very interested in doing it, just because I thought it was super fascinating that just different pressure points on your body can have such an impact on your health and just recovery. So I went and got it done. I did it 4 times, so once a week, and basically the doctor he's a chiropractor and he does this too, so he put a couple needles here on my throat next to my thyroid, a couple on the back of my neck, and then a few on my hands. I'll insert a photo for you guys to see. The experience itself was kind of painful at first. I didn't think I would actually feel any of the needles because they looked so thin. I do get freaked out by needles. I don't like getting my blood drawn. I don't like getting shots. But yeah, so it kind of took me by surprise when it did kind of hurt. It wasn't like extremely painful or anything. But yeah, you just feel a lot of pressure wherever the needles are. And once you get over that little like sting feeling, it just feels achy. That's like the best way I could explain it to you. But in a way it's relaxing, and I caught myself falling asleep like 3 out of the 4 sessions. Like I fell asleep like sitting up. And he would have me keep the needles in for 20 minutes every time. So I found it really relaxing in the end. I definitely want to do more sessions and become more knowledgeable about it. Just because I have so many other things that I'm doing for my health, I just can't afford to do that right now. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to just do more of an intense approach for acupuncture, because there was another girl that I met on Instagram and she's doing acupuncture, and her acupuncturist is having her do like kind of a certain diet, and she can like tell by her body and like how it's responding, like what she needs. So I want to go to someone that's a little more specialized in it, and especially when it comes to the thyroid. Okay, so the good news is it's been about 8 weeks since my last lab work, and I got my labs done for just a full thyroid panel. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what the difference were. So with my TSH, the thyroid stimulating hormone, it actually went down, and it hasn't gone down in about a year, and well, maybe 8 months. It hasn't gone down in about 8 months. And it went down to 9.49, and it was 12.17. So that's a big deal for me, just because I haven't seen such an improvement, and just to see that it went down a few points is just really encouraging to continue this path. And the other thing that was interesting was my functional medicine doctor was kind of surprised that it went down, because she thought that with the exposure of the silver filling and the mercury that my levels would go up, just because the precautions, they're not 100%. You could still be exposed to some mercury. But yeah, so that I was really happy about that. The TPO antibodies, so these are the thyroid antibodies, they actually went up a little bit, and I feel like I've stayed in the high 200s for a while, probably the last 8 months. So I haven't seen a huge difference in these. My last lab work was 274 and now it's at 299. So that was a little frustrating that it went up, but I am hopeful because I really think that the root cause for my Hashimoto's is my gut. And I had, if you didn't see my Hashimotos story, I'll link it right here, but I go over in detail of like the infections and stuff that I have in my gut, and that's just gonna take time to heal and get rid of. So I really think that's kind of what's causing a lot of havoc for me. So my T3 was at a 3 and now it's at a 2.5, so it went down, so that's good. And then my free T4 was at a 1.35 and now it's at a 1.3. And then my reverse T3 was at a 16.6 and then now it's at a 20. So everything, like for my T3, T4, and reverse T3, technically they are in normal range. It's just my antibodies and my thyroid stimulating hormone that are still high. So still have a lot of healing to do. So I kind of wanted to go over my protocol for the next 2 months, what the doctor wants me to be taking and doing, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the supplements that I will be on, just so you guys can ask your doctors if it's worth looking into for your specific case. But again, I do want to disclose that do not take any of these supplements. Talk to your doctor first, always. Just be careful. This is my experience and what the doctor thinks is best for me, just based off of my health. Okay, so I got a huge bag of supplements here, and this can add up. It gets pretty expensive. Okay, so the supplements that are going to stay the same are selenium, and I take 1 a day. And then I take liver support, and I take 2 of these. And then I take a prenatal vitamin, just because I was deficient in a lot of things, and these have been helping. This is actually a new brand that she has me trying. The previous brand, she didn't like an ingredient that was in there, so this will be my first time switching to this one. And I will continue taking omega-3s. I was pretty deficient in this one, and this really helps with your mood, with inflammation, so I have noticed a difference with this. And then I take vitamin D. I have like a collection of supplements right here. I take vitamin D once a week, and I take a really high dose, so it just lasts me the whole week. Since I have to take so many other supplements, it's nice to just have to take one. And then I take something called Fin Balance, and this just kind of like balances out my hormones and helps with my mood. And whenever I am feeling pretty down and with anxiety or depression, I take magnesium. Magnesium is known to help you sleep, but also help you stabilize your mood. So if you haven't given this a try, do some research, ask your doctor. It's really nice. It's kind of like a natural antidepressant. My therapist actually recommended magnesium powder for that. So for the new protocol, she wanted to go stronger with the gut healing and kind of giving more support for me to get rid of those toxins. She's afraid that I'm not releasing all the toxins, and that could be a reason why like I'm still having that inflammation build up. So she has me taking something called biocidin, and it's like a dropper. I haven't tried this. I'm gonna start tomorrow with my new medicine with everything that I have to do. But I believe she wants me to take 3 drops a day and then just kind of work my way up. This is extremely strong. It's like a mixture of different herbs, and they help kind of release heavy metals from the gut. Like heavy metals like to kind of dig themselves into your gut and kind of like stay, and it's extremely hard to get them out, and this has been proven to help get them out and for you to release them. So this can be extreme to where if you take too much you will get sick, so don't take this, ask your doctor first. So yeah, I'm gonna be working up. If I do get any if I could talk, any intense symptoms, she told me to kind of like go down and lower my dose. Another thing that she wants me to start including with my supplements is chlorella, if I'm saying that right. It's an algae that helps you get rid of heavy metals, so it's another support to get those things out of my body. So the other one I had to order on Amazon, and it's called Biofilm Defense. I'll insert a little picture here for you guys. Again, this is to support releasing the heavy metals and the inflammation in my gut. So I will be having a lot of things, a lot of support to help me get rid of it. And I'm just extremely hopeful, and I'm ready to kind of just like take this head on and hopefully get these levels down, even if it's just a few points. I am really excited to just kind of continue this healing journey. So if you guys have any questions, leave them below in the comments. I would love to help you or answer any questions. Let me know if you guys are taking anything or doing a protocol that's been working for you. I'd love to hear your guys' journeys on your autoimmune conditions. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. So be sure to like and subscribe if you like this video. I do videos every single Sunday, so I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.